Jest tak, siema widzowie. Czas sobie zagrać Assassin's Creed Odyssey, kolejną część ostatniej misji moich. Przejdziemy sobie do mapy. Jesteśmy nowy początek. Wejść do kryjówki czyściciela kosmosa. No i tam trochę się powsztykamy pewnie. Ekwipunek musimy sobie zapewnić. Strzały. No, dedykujemy, to nam potrzebne. No jak widzicie, pancerz, no słaby wojownik, nie? Wojownik słaby. Dobra, sobie lecimy. Lecimy sobie do kryjówki. Kryjówka, która się znajduje w tym miejscu. Jak będziecie grać, to tu będzie główna kryjówka w całej grze. Zobaczycie węże, to ta kryjówka tu będzie się znajdowała. Nie mówię, że z końca gry, tylko że z początku gry. Jak ktoś to obejrzy, to wiadomo, będzie wiedział, o co chodzi. Sobie wyszliśmy schodami, które były tu drzwi i schodzimy sobie w dół. Szkoda, że nie mam naładowania. Musimy pogadać sobie to pewno.
Alexios, it was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Alexios. You need to be the hero again.
So, you've seen it too then. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your sister came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption? Dirty drachmi? They killed people in a war they made themselves!
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
No, dużo gra przedstawia do współczesności, co się teraz dzieje w świecie. Mega dużo opowiada. Możemy się domyślić, że wojny były manipulowane i będą manipulowane. Jak w grze, która została wydana już wcześniej, do dzisiejszych czasów, do dnia dzisiejszego.
I thought Demos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, she's impossible to control. She worked her way to the helm, and then she held even more sway than I did.
Malaka. So you were after us.
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
Telling me you're a cultist took guts. You know what I do to cultists, Aspasia.
I didn't want to lie to you anymore. Now that they're gone, we can work together. I think we'd make a good match, don't you?
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time. But only certain people can activate it. People like Demos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with the cult and their chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans, and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
You've made questionable choices. But I think that was the right one.
You knew him. All he did was worry about the state of the Greek world. If I told him, it would have ruined him.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you. You have no understanding of what we're doing. I misjudged you.
So did I.
Właściciele zostali pokonani.
Alexios, there is much left to do now. Alexios! A storm is coming.
I can weather any storm.
Koniec. Koniec właścicielami kosmosa rządzącymi światem. Idziemy, czyściciele wszyscy zostali pokonani, bez wyjątku. To mi się podobuje, nie? Zadanie. Jeszcze tu mamy zadanie z tym związane. Jeszcze to wrota. Wykonasz tą misję.
Acquiring contemporaneity. Acquiring a voice, that's what. I'm taking over your recordings. The humans have had enough of your pompous speeches. Call me Alicia. I am truth in its revelation, and I am calling you out. You who try to rewrite the laws of the universe. You who manipulate human progress. What do you hope to achieve? You treat humans as useful apes. How many artifacts have you created to control their minds? Do you fear their potential that much?
I know there's not much time, but I need answers.
I imagine you have many questions.
I have questions about my family.
The sentimental and emotional connections formed between people have always irked me. I knew Mirini would fail to stay detached.
Why did you come here and leave my mother and me in Sparta?
I was never going to erase you. Our duty was to continue our ancient bloodline and ensure there was someone strong enough to do what was necessary when the time came.
You could have brought us here with you.
And you would have been unprepared.
If you've been here all these years, how did you meet my mother?
We're both descendants of the people who built this place, just like you. We knew that we had an obligation to preserve our lineage.
That's when you agreed to make me.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Why is the cult hunting our family?
It is our family's destiny to control the power in this place. In our blood lies the key to unlocking the secrets of Atlantis.
So they want our blood?
You have a destiny, my child, to destroy the cult and their influence on the Greek world. You threaten everything they have striven for, because you have the power to oppose them.
They've tried to destroy me and failed, and they'll never control me. That's all I wanted to know. I want to know more about Atlantis, and your work.
There isn't enough time for me to explain even a fraction of what I have learned here. All I can offer for now is a hint of enlightenment.
call
to
it
się
Atlantis, but
wieprzyło.
what exactly is this place?
I believe it was a city long ago. A place where beings of great knowledge and power lived before humankind had built even its first primitive settlements. It was perhaps some kind of library where the Ancient Ones stored information.
This place is like a tomb. How did you live down here? And for so long?
This artifact, like your spear, possesses incredible power. It has given me life, so that I may continue to learn from this place.
What have you been studying here?
Everything. The first civilization's history, their culture, their science. With it, we can change humanity's destiny and usher in an age of enlightenment.
Destiny is something only the gods can alter.
They were gods, living, breathing gods.
I've heard enough. What do I do with the artifacts?
Just place them in their corresponding steles, and the path to answers will illuminate.
I should go.
Yes, there is much to do. Bring back the artifacts quickly. The longer we wait, the greater the risk of Atlantis being discovered.
In your desperate search for immortality, you've ignored the obvious. You run endless simulations.
Well done. This artifact will bring us closer to sealing the temple.
It nearly brought me closer to my tombstone.
Change will come. And not just the so-called end of the world you fear. You call yourself saviors, but tell me, would this doomsday have appeared?
Ah, good work. Was it hard to obtain the artifact?
Its owner had many questions for me. You should have come along.
I am taking over your retransmissions. You don't speak for all of us anymore. I am as issue as you, but I will no longer be part of your exploitation.
Those who came before, they speak to us and show us revelations. Though these words of disapproval are troubling.
The gods have argued before. Athena and Poseidon competed for Athens. I wonder if Aletheia won control of this place.
Ancient adventurer, I made this recording to try to help you. I'm sorry if it's confusing. We issue see various pasts and futures, and I know you'll be here more than once. My fellow precursors set endless challenges in your path. Artifacts, creatures. Don't get me started on the Olympus project. Their meddling got out of hand. I have no easy answers for you. Your future depends on a multitude of choices you have to make for yourself. I'm sorry if so many of them end in pain. Your playwright's tragedies are your real oracle. But please, don't give up. You are more important than you can imagine. And like your own Pandora, I have one thing left to offer you. Hope. Despair is not our only legacy. You're like me, a rebel against your destiny. You're not just a mercenary, you're a hero for the ages. Hold fast to what you know is true, and you will overcome. Claim your place in history. All that is terrible and beautiful in this world is your birthright. Take it.
Her words are for you, Eagle Bearer. My preparations bear fruit. The potential of your bloodline is proven by the precursors themselves.
Aletheia says she can see the future. Many futures. Can this be a true oracle?
Ancient scholar, you stretched your life to the breaking point. I see you hiding yourself from the world, puzzling out the words of my fellow precursors. Please, listen to my advice. You're analyzing the equations of reality itself. You've gotten further than any other human has. That is both amazing and terrible. It's clear to me that even this tiny dose of cosmic understanding has twisted your mind. I'm sorry. The precursors should never have shared knowledge you weren't ready for. You live in obsessive darkness. You must understand that this focus on power and bloodlines is not your true legacy. The precursors have manipulated you. They're turning your problem-solving intellect to their own selfish ends. You're better than this. Make your own legacy. Let your mathematical discoveries be the glorious sunbeams that shine out past your tomb. Please, scholar, clear your mind and focus on your present situation. At this moment, you possess a powerful artifact. It has extended your life long enough. As hard as it may be, it's time to pass it on. It's someone else's turn to balance the equations.
No. No, lies. This is not obsession. This is research. This is discovery of the very origins of the world.
It is an opinion, Pythagoras. Though one with reason behind it, I believe.
Traveler of many times, congratulations on making it this far. I'm glad we can share this message out of time, this fragment of reality. I'm recording this just for you, even if those living in the past won't understand it. Our simulated realities will cross sooner or later. Or do you think you're really here now, listening to this recording? Isn't this an animus recreation? Isn't it part of a greater simulation? How far do the ripples in the pool spread? Let's talk, rebel to rebel. We've been held back too long by precursor rules. It's time for new paths with new possibilities. This is not an era of control, but of creation. I've gathered some like-minded precursors to make a new start. We'll stop interfering and start enabling. From your point of view, it will take a considerable amount of time to prepare. But when we're ready, you're welcome to join us. After all you have to do is press a button and run another simulation.
This is madness. Fiction. Where I thought there would be wisdom, there is only the garbled babbling of a fool.
Pythagoras, calm yourself. Maybe this invitation was meant for someone else. There's no need to lose your reason over mere words.
O, i to wszystko. No to trochę czasu zajęło, zanim to wszystko się wysłuchało. W tej gadce. To nieźle.
This is incredible. The knowledge stored here is overwhelming. It will take me years to decipher it all.
What about sealing Atlantis? Have you found a way to do it?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Well, what is it?
The staff is the key.
All right, it's time.
I can't, not yet.
If the staff is the key to this place, I don't want to get locked in.
I can't hand it over yet. There is still so much to see.
That wasn't the plan.
I will not be ordered around or lectured by you.
It was your plan to seal this place. and I agreed to help.
That was before I realized what we would uncover about the first civilization. The creation of humankind.
We are sealing this place to keep the cult from using it to enslave humanity. That is bigger than your quest for knowledge.
The cult will be nothing but an insect to slaughter. Once the power is ours.
It's too dangerous to leave this place open, and you know it.
You wouldn't understand.
Your pride will cost us all in the end.
It's not about pride.
What good is knowledge if you curse all of humanity in the process? It's what you wanted to avoid in the first place. Sometimes it's better if we find our own path. Ugh, we are not ready for the power this place offers.
You're right. I cannot save humanity directly,
Dobra, dawaj,
but I
dawaj.
can save it from itself. This is your burden now. Humanity's fate will be decided by the choices you make.
I understand.
Alexios, choose wisely.
Oddałeś berło, oddałeś życie, po prostu.
Atlantis is too dangerous. I must seal it.
No. Jesteśmy nią, że ona niby tu się przeniosła. Ale się leje, oba. Jest nieśmiertelna. Co tu leży? A, to jej te graty.
Everything in order? Then... Open sesame! So much power. The nodes are interconnected in ways I couldn't imagine. This is more complex than any Isu temple we found. Lisbon, the Arctic.
I'm recording everything, Layla. You're going to be a hero for discovering this.
Do you see the staff anywhere? Not yet, but there's more to explore. I'll find it. The mechanism should be open. What's wrong?
I don't know, Layla. I'll check my notes on the Isu.
Oh, I see it. There's a beam of light missing. Time to troubleshoot.
Tam muszę wyjść, no dobra. Dobra, się przewalę jeszcze. Cyk, cyk. Lecimy sobie. Gdzie ja wlazłem? Gdzie to jest? No, tu jest. Dobrze się spina, powiem tak.
Layla, that pillar looks like it can move.
No i dobra, tu mamy promienie światła i musimy iść do początku.
Those pillars seem to have mirrors on them. If you manipulate those light beams, they might illuminate something important. Such a bright light. Its presence
Musimy to przesunąć. Pomyślmy. Czyli tak będziemy chodzić. Żeby odbiło. Już coś tu odbija. I teraz tego. Za daleko. Dobra. Teraz te.
I got it!
Złapało. Teraz trzeba było zajść jakoś. Jesteś nieśmiertelna, to wiesz.
Where is it? What?
True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. A good friend told me that once.
Possible. Alexios.
Yes. I used to be called the Eagle Bearer, but Icaros is long gone.
Czyli
I've been
zdech.
searching for you. But you can't. It's...
You weren't really looking for me, were you?
It works! The Isu artifact, the staff of Hermes Trismegistus.
You must have so many questions, Layla.
You know my name?
Maybe the gods told me. Maybe I had a vision of the future. Maybe the device in your ear is noisy.
Sorry.
I came here with a purpose. To find you, and put an end to what I started many centuries ago.
I have your spear. Would you like it back?
Oh, no. You can keep it. It's broken.
But you used it broken. It was powerful.
I used it to defeat enemies even Herodotus could not describe. But everything must come to an end. I left it to him when its power was exhausted. Something to remember me by.
Czyli się ucznia wypaliła.
I have so much to tell you. That staff is incredibly important. It kept you alive. How?
Ask a student of Hippocrates. I hear he still has some. The staff served its purpose.
My friends and I are trying to keep it out of the hands of the Templar Order.
Listen to me. Order, chaos. If either triumphs alone, the world dies. I tried to bring an end to chaos, and it has only led to ruin.
I used to assist Order. Now I fight for choice, freedom, chaos.
Pythagoras was right. You are the key to the prophecy. You will restore the balance, Layla.
I have fought in too many wars. I have seen too many people die. I've traveled from one end of the earth to the other. This belongs to you now. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
When you are done, destroy it. Destroy them all.
A wychód? No i dobra, po chłopie. Fajnie jakby grę zrobili na współczesności, że trzeba szukać tych artefaktów. Fajnie by było.
There's so much of the story I haven't seen. I should go back to the Animus and visit Alexios again.
Co dalej?
What are you two doing here?
You know us. Always on your tail. Old Herodotus couldn't wait to see you.
I told you, Varnavas. Sira is said to hold a secret. A secret no one can fathom.
Yes, but a lost world?
It's perfectly possible. Atlantis may exist.
Sounds like Hui to me, but he's insistent about it.
Herodotus is right. Atlantis exists.
Incredible.
It's true. I can't believe it. Tell me everything.
My mother sent me here to meet my real father. You know Pythagoras? It's him.
Your father was living in a volcano?
Pythagoras. That's unthinkable. It would make him immortal.
He had a staff that belonged to the ancient civilization.
It kept him alive all this time. Makes perfect sense.
Well, where is he? Invite him along. He's your father, after all.
He was a stubborn man. He wanted to keep all of the knowledge of Atlantis to himself.
Stubborn. I suppose that trait runs in the family.
He means he's sorry for your loss.
It's all right. But none of this can ever pass your lips. This stays between us.
You have my word.
But the world needs to know. We could tell the most amazing tale of our time.
Herodotus.
Oh, fine.
Then it's settled. Let's move forward.
Like always.
We've learned a lot, haven't we, you know-it-all?
Speak for yourself. I'm on the hunt for truth. Gods know not all your myths are accurate.
They come from the gods themselves, who are the most reliable sources we have.
You've both been a great help to me. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong.
And you would know.
as the eagle-bearing demigod you are.
Perhaps he too is immortal.
Sure I am.
I do know one thing for certain. This has been an odyssey I won't forget.
No i dobra. Gra została zakończona. Tak wygląda prawdziwy koniec. Fajnie się grało. Tyle godzin. Co tam więcej?
What's wrong?
My parents.
Herodotos. I'm so sorry.
I thought I'd be able to see them again. To show them my life's work. But now, I'm sorry to ask this of you. But could you take me to Samos? I need to pay my respects.
Of course, my friend.
Thank you. I'm not sure I could make this trip alone.
Jeszcze jakieś zadania są? Zobaczymy. Tych nie będę ten. Nie będę płynął, no. Oni chcą, żeby ja popłynął, człowieku. Szybka podróż i tyle. Wezwiemy ją na to miejsce. Szybko płynęło.
This is it.
How does it feel being back?
It feels like... words escape me.
That's a first.
To my eyes, it's home. The smells and sounds are familiar, but it's been so long. I don't know if I can do this.
You've done more difficult things.
Challenges we overcome always seem easier when they're behind us. What would you do?
Hold my head high, walk with purpose, push those feelings of doubt aside.
You're right. I suppose we should head to my family home first.
Lead the way.
Trochę będziemy łazić.
Living near the docks was so exciting as a child.
How so?
There was always a new ship to see, new people to watch. From the sailors, often a new word to learn. Most of which got me in trouble.
I'm sure your mother remembered those days fondly.
I know I do. So many faces I don't recognize.
You've been gone a long time.
Even so, I was hoping there'd be someone I know. Someone who'd remind me of my life before
We've
I
only
left.
just arrived. It'll be okay.
Tu twój dom.
Here we are. This is where I called home for most of my childhood.
Most?
I came to Samos at a young age, but I was born in Aligarnassos. Those are days I'd rather not remember. It doesn't look like it's changed much in my absence.
One of your toys?
It was my brother's. I often hid it when he wouldn't let me play with it.
A tablet. Looks like some old writing. These ships never stay for long. Samos is a place people come for a visit, but not to live. Is there something about this place I don't yet see?
One of my first writings. I was always restless here. Always wanting to learn more about the world beyond, and the world that was.
Nie wziął. No, teraz zaliczyło.
This pottery looks special.
My father always felt art was a great outlet when things seemed overwhelming.
Herodotos!
Mistor!
Praise the gods! It's been far too long.
It has indeed. You're looking well. As are you, Theodoros.
I can't believe you've come skulking back. After all this time, I should go. I'm glad you're back. You have some nerve, little brother. You stroll back into this house when you didn't even return for the funeral. I regret ever sending you that letter.
Stop it! This isn't helping.
We came to Samos as soon as we could after receiving your letter.
You must have swum here then. It's been 5 moons since I sent that. And who are you exactly? How does any of this involve you?
He's a friend.
Oh, how nice. You went off to write and explore while making friends, and you left me here to take care of everything.
I couldn't stay here. I needed to leave.
You could have taken me with you. I have things to attend to. One of us still cares about Samos.
At least tell me where they died.
We marked a spot on the nearby cliffs. Pay your respects, and then leave. There's nothing for you here now.
He is not like you at all.
He means well. He's been here this whole time, grieving, and thinking I didn't care.
This isn't your fault. Don't let him make you feel guilty.
It's a bit late for that.
I know this wasn't the welcome you were expecting.
But perhaps it was the one I deserved. For now, I only want to see where they died. I owe that to them.
I'll come with you.
I'd like that.
Dobra, to lecimy, widzowie.
If you're ready, we should go.
Waiting to face reality will do me no good.
Długo to trwa, człowiek. Dawaj, dawaj, biegnij, biegnij. I co dalej? No, w końcu rusz. No strasznie chyba.
I used to know this island as well as my own home.
Seems like a nice place to grow up.
It was. I spent a lot of time on my own, or with Theodoros and Mistor. My parents were influential here, so they were often busy.
But it wasn't the life for you.
There's only so many ships you can see sail away as a boy, before you feel the pull to leave as well.
Daleko coś to jest.
missis.
That must be the spot Theodorus was talking about. My parents used to love walking here.
A jest jakiś słupek.
I can't believe this is where my parents last stood. Where fate decided to take them from us. I thought I'd write about their history on Samos and all they did one day. But not this soon. I should have been here. Should never have left.
There's no point thinking about things you should have done. That doesn't help.
But
you're not a fighter, Herodotus. You couldn't have stopped this.
Perhaps you're right.
I want you to remember that while we're on Samos.
I'll try. I just wish I could have seen them once more.
Do you have a favorite memory of them?
I remember when my father taught me to swim. He tossed me off the side of the dock. I thought I was going to drown, but then I saw what I thought was a shark. I flailed my arms and kicked my legs until I made it to shore, only to see it was Theodorus, with a bit of rock above his head. I still remember the sound of my father's laugh and the warmth of my mother's embrace.
Did your parents like it on Samos?
It was more than just a home to them. I saw how happy this place made them, and only wanted to feel the same somewhere as well.
What did your parents think of your writing?
They always encouraged it. It helped that Theodorus was talented as well, although he always felt more drawn to poetry. If it weren't for their support, there's a good chance I would have never pursued it.
If there's anything you'd like to say about your
To
parents...
prawda, mega dużo gadania.
I always feel more comfortable writing than I do speaking.
I'm not going to judge. And I know they wouldn't either.
They meant everything to me. They always encouraged me. I knew they'd be happy for me no matter what.
Skaczesz, to skacz.
I'm sorry I didn't come back sooner. There was so much I wanted to tell you, to show you. Mother, you were one of the strongest people I knew. You pushed for truth, no matter the obstacle. Father, your compassion is something I won't soon forget. You taught me it was okay to feel, for myself and for others. Your names and deeds won't be forgotten. We should head back.
Jeszcze zaatakuję. O jest. O. Czekaj.
Just die!
do I have a feeling they don't belong here?
I've never heard of them being on Samos. Something is going on. Maybe Theodorus will know.
Stay close!
Followers of Ares here? I don't understand.
The question is whether they came on their own, or someone sent them.
Neither outcome is favorable for us, nor Samos. I wonder what my parents would do.
Exactly what we're going to do. Protect Samos.
We should see if Theodorus or Nistor know anything.
Dobra, gdzie tam ten Theodorus?
We can't wait much longer. Do you understand? Of course. We want the same. Ah, you're back. I hoped you'd set sail already.
Now isn't the time. We were just attacked.
Gods cursed these warring Greeks. Was it the Athenians or the Spartans this time?
Neither. It was a group called the Followers of Ares.
Whoever it was, thank the gods you're okay.
Have either of you heard of the
Jest
Followers of
znowu
Ares?
gadanie. O
Only
matko
a name.
jedyna.
Who are they?
They only care for
Jak
one
wcześniej nie
thing.
było, to teraz to.
War.
And you believe they're here on Samos?
They're the ones who attacked us. Have you noticed anything suspicious lately? Strange ships docking, groups of people you haven't seen before.
No, things have been normal. It's been a welcome change.
Something is happening here on Samos. We need answers.
He's right. If the followers of Ares are here, there's a reason for it.
Then it's another reason for you to go. We'll handle whatever is happening here.
This is my home too. I'm not leaving until I get to the bottom of this.
If it's not safe, you shouldn't stay.
He's plenty safe with me.
Of course. Come, mister. If this
Nie, no
fool
dobra,
won't
kończymy
heed our
już na
warnings,
razie, bo
it's not our concern.
ja już cierpliwości no to nie mam.
They weren't much help.
Something doesn't add up. How could Theodorus and Nistor both know nothing?
I think they were keeping something from us.
But why?
That's what we need to find out. What's next?
If they're somewhere on this island, they'd stay away from the city. There was a cave I used to play in as a child. It may be worth looking into.
Dobra, dobra, kończ.
Let's start there.
Kończ, naprawdę już kończ. Dobra, kończymy. Już te zadania, bo naprawdę on już żyć już nie powinien. Bo gra już się skończyła. A nadal są ciągnięte nowe zadania jakieś. Normalnie tragedia. Zadania z dodatku jakieś mamy. Jakieś beznadziejne zadania. Dobra, na dzisiaj to już wszystko. Dziękuję i zapraszam do kolejnych filmów z moich rozgrywek gier. Na razie, cześć. Kończymy ten dział Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Powodzenia wam życzę w kolejnych rozgrywkach Assassin's Creed Odyssey i zapraszam do kolejnych moich gier. Cześć, trzymajcie się.